I'm Alexis Gonzalez.
And I'm Kylie Brown. This is 489 News.
This year's intramural season is well underway at Hayes High. Earlier this month, we visited with some participating Hayes High students to see how their season is going.
Intramurals is still a popular thing at Hayes High among the students. I talked to CADEN, Cunningham, and Michael Reyes about their season so far. I'm here with Michael Reyes to talk about the intramural season so far. What's your team name, Michael?
Prestige Worldwide.
And what is your record?
4-1.
What's your favorite part about intramurals?
Megging people and making them look bad.
All right, thank you, Michael. I'm here with CADEN Cunningham to talk about the intramural season so far. What is your team name, CADEN?
Pre-lives on.
And what is your record?
3-1.
What's your favorite part about intramurals?
Not having any coaches to impress.
All right, thank you, CADEN. Stay tuned and we will let you know who wins the Intramural League Championship.
At the end of 2015, the Ellis County Coalition for Economic Development completed their retail survey to see what the community's shopping habits were and what residents thought was lacking. Our 489 reporter Cassie Quinby spoke to ECC's Executive Director Aaron White. Here's more on the story.
With the second highest retail pull factor in the state, Hayes is an ideal location for new businesses. Over the last few years, Hayes has welcomed many new businesses to the area, from Qdoba, Peter Mandy's, and A&W to Hobby Lobby and various new shops and boutiques on the bricks in downtown Hayes. Our community seems to have more of a variety to offer its residents now than it used to not too long ago. At the end of 2015, the Ellis County Coalition for Economic Development conducted their retail survey to get a feel for the shopping habits of Hayes residents and to see what residents feel is still lacking from our community. We talked to ECC Executive Director Aaron White to learn more about the results and what they are taking away from the feedback.
Obviously, we're talking about the 2015 Community Retail Survey results that we did this year. We first ran the survey in 2012. This is a tool that we use as kind of grassroots effort to find out what the community is interested in terms of retail shopping. What would they like to see here? What do they leave and go to other communities for to shop? What type of stores? Which locations do they go? You know, what's the driver for them leaving? For a community like Hayes, this is important because we are a retail hub as well as educational and work hub for Northwest Kansas. And Hayes as a community relies heavily on sales tax to fund the general fund of their budget, which provides street work, curb and gutter work, new water sewer lines, so very important services. So it's important to make sure that that revenue stream stays strong for the community so they can continue to provide services to their residents.
White said the idea behind the survey was to generate data that the ECC can take to developers and retailers looking to come into the community and to show them that their type of business is of interest among residents. And this is exactly how we have gotten some of the new big name retailers into Hayes recently.
It's been an effective tool for us. After the first survey in 2012, we reached out to the number 3 most requested retailer on the survey, which is Hobby Lobby. I reached out to their real estate department and started a conversation with them, ultimately got them interested in Hayes, connected them with the property owner, and they were able to work a deal and Hobby Lobby came to Hayes.
Both in 2012 and 2015, the survey results showed that Salina, Wichita, and Kansas City were the primary destinations for shoppers leaving Hayes for more options. Online shopping is also beginning to impact the shopping habits of Hayes residents. White said while many results from the 2015 survey reflected trends from 2012, there were a few new points of interest that came up.
With the 2015 results, we've seen some changeovers. Clothing is still the #1 industry that folks are wanting, or excuse me, the number one type of market segment that they want to see come in. Sign is still #1 on the list of where they go when they leave the community to shop. We're seeing a few new things come on the list that I think were interesting. Whole Foods and groceries actually made the list of what people are shopping outside of Hayes for. I think the trend to eat more organic or all naturally grown type foods is really starting to show up in there, and obviously folks are wanting to hit those types of specialty stores.
Even though we've made great strides in recent years with many new businesses moving to Hayes, survey results show that there are still some things that residents would like to see move in. The ECC plans to conduct another survey in the future to keep the data up to date for potential developers and retailers down the line. You can view the 2015 survey results at hayesamerica.net. We want to thank Mr. White for his time. Reporting from the Hayes CVB, this is Cassandra Quimby, 489 News.
Hayes High DECA held a miracle minute during the halftime of the Great Bend versus Hayes High game to raise money for the Ronald McDonald Houses of Wichita. We spoke with Kristen Neese to learn more about this event.
Every year, DECA students work on marketing projects in preparation for state and national competition. Juniors Marissa Dinkle and Kristen Neese worked on the Miracle Minute, and here's more on the story. What made you think of doing this project?
We personally got asked by last year's seniors to take on the project. We had no problem accepting the project because we know what the Ronald McDonald Houses stand for.
How much money do you think you will raise?
Our standards have been set very high throughout the years, and we plan to raise $1,200 over the course of the year and $200 in Miracle Minute.
Where is the money being donated?
Ronald McDonald Houses take care of severely ill children and families with the Adoptive Family Program.
Thank you to all the families that gave to the Ronald McDonald House. For USD 489, I'm Caden Cunningham.
For our last story, Jacob Alexander catches up with Hayes High Stuco to talk about the upcoming Hayes High tradition of Indian Call.
February is a month for love and Valentine's Day, and here at Hayes High, we have our annual Indian Call dance, but this year we have something special.
I'm Mrs. Garrison. I'm the school nurse, but I'm also the co-advisor for student council this semester, for this year.
And so you have something special coming up. You have the Indian Call dance coming up.
We do. February 20th is the date of the actual dance, but February 19th, of course, is the coronation for Indian Call and the big basketball game that we do that at.
And do you know how long this has been going on?
No, I don't. I went and talked to Mr. Straub earlier because I needed a little bit more information since I'm technically new to the area. He said that it started off as Indian Call years ago, turned into Sweetheart, and we've slowly brought it back to being Indian Call. But we weren't really sure how long it's been going on or how they originally came up with the name Indian Call even.
Right, and this year is a special year right here for Indian Call, and why is that?
When we met with our student board officers, our seniors this year, we really reached out and asked them, what do you want to see different that we've been doing before, but that we can improve upon, or what products do you want to change? And one of the things that they really pushed and asked for was a formal assembly for Indian Call. They felt that the Indian Call candidates maybe didn't get the same amount of attention that the homecoming candidates did. So I had them put together a proposal. They took it to Mr. Straub and Mr. Michaelis, got it approved. And so this year we're going to have a formal assembly. It'll be during seminar, much like it is for homecoming.
Right.
We won't do the parade, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're trying to raise, and you're going to have to stop me there because I don't know. I'm trying to raise.
Just trying to get as much awareness for those candidates as the homecoming candidates get. So then I have one last question for you. How long does the process take to get Indian Call from the idea to voting on the ideas to then the actual the seminar event?
We probably really started in December, November even, talking about Indian Call, what we wanted to do, what themes the students had in mind. Of course, they took that to student council meetings in the mornings. We allowed the student body who are participants in student council to vote on that. They chose Once Upon a Time. And so that's our theme for this coming February. And then we started probably talking about decorations and stuff in December, or what we wanted to do with the theme, and just kind of been running with it since then. So It's a several month process because Christmas and Thanksgiving kind of break that up for us.
So you kind of stop on homecoming and almost right afterwards just start on
yeah, within a matter of a couple of weeks.
All right. Well, thank you very much for this interview, and hopefully the kids get a little bit more awareness about what Indian Call is and how they can get involved and everything. So I appreciate it.
Very good. Thank you.
I'm Emily Prine.
And what do you do here at Hayes High?
I'm the student council president.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Indian Call, what is this all about? I hear a lot about it, been seeing some signs in the hallways. What is this about?
Well, Indian Call is basically just another homecoming. It's another dance. We have another court where the seniors get a vote on the candidates, and there's also game assembly and a spirit week.
All right, and when does this happen?
This happens the week of February 16th, and then the dance is February 20th.
And do you know how long have you been doing this in the past, or is this just something that's new this year?
This has been going on since I've been here, since before I've been here, so it's been going on for quite a while.
And is there anything special about this year's?
Yes, this year we got permission from administration to have a formal assembly, which is very exciting because this way we get to show the candidates off to the school more and get them more involved.
All right, and is there a theme to this Indian Call?
Yes, this Indian Call's theme is Once Upon a Time.
So dressing up like fairy tales and kind of princesses and such?
Well, not necessarily for the dance, but the decorations will definitely have more of a fairy tale theme to them.
And what are you guys decorating? Do you know at this point?
Yes, we're having a lock-in, kind of like we did for homecoming, on February 6th to kind of prepare for all the decorations. And then what we don't finish, we will be working on up until Indian Call Week.
All right. And how can students that aren't in Stuco get involved?
Well, they can come to the Stuco meeting, see how they can be involved, but if they don't want to do that, I just ask that they participate in the spirit weeks and go to the game and the dance.
All right, well, thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Jacob.
So mark your calendars next month for February 19th for the Indian Call Formal Assembly. And this has been Jacob Alexander reporting for 489 News.
For the latest headlines from around the district, go to our website at 489news.com.
You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at 489 News.
Thanks for watching.